Couldn't tell you. Never experienced it. Don't care. Fried the whole Xbox One. Pissed. I have to get a new Xbox. You just ruined my Xbox. A lot of crazy, weird people go in there, okay? Didn't care. $99? Fuck it. And I'm like, joke's on you. I got a fucking 1-year warranty for this thing, motherfucker. It's like someone took sandpaper and just scraped the shit out of the top. I'm not going to be able to go anywhere else and buy an Xbox One that I know is going to be working and tested. When I bought an Xbox One for $99, ooh, man, that's fucking hot. What's up, people? Dwayne from D-Pad Disquisition. And if you guys don't know, I have always pretty much been an Xbox guy since the 360 generation. I got the 360 pretty much on release, and I enjoyed that for years and years. That's where my buddies were, that's where they played at, and I did the same thing. I mostly had it so I could play with my buddies, and it's as simple as that. Not to mention, during the 360 era, it was a lot cheaper when it came out, and the online was just infinitely better. There's no question about it. So it kind of made me into an Xbox guy. That's where my buddies were. When the next system came out, Xbox One, that's where they were going to go. So I purchased an Xbox One instead of a PS4, which I didn't give a shit about the cable bullshit that was on the Xbox One. All the TV stuff, Connect, worthless to me. Didn't mean shit. Won't use it. Never did use it. Never have used it. Is it good? I don't know. People say it is. People say it isn't. Couldn't tell you. Never experienced it. Don't care. My buddies all played on Xbox, so of course they were going to Xbox, and I went right along with them. I was already an Xbox guy at that point. It is what it is. So I maybe had that Xbox One for maybe 3 years. I got it shortly after release, maybe a couple weeks after release, and it worked perfectly fine. I had no problems or anything like that. Until one day, a little boy, about this tall, knocked a whole can of Mountain Dew right down the top vent. Fried it. Fried the whole Xbox One. Pissed. I've had that thing for maybe 3 years. Ruined. 3 years is nothing to scoff at. I mean, back in the day, consoles only lasted maybe 4 or 5 years anyways. But this thing wasn't going anywhere anytime soon. So instantly I'm like, I need a new Xbox. I have to get a new Xbox. You just ruined my Xbox. I kind of let it go for a while. I was like, I'll just wait until there's some kind of sale, because Xbox wasn't having any sales. They kept knocking the price down a little bit to compete with the PS4 at the time. But it wasn't enough to justify buying it. It was like the same price as the PS4. And the PS4 was more powerful than the Xbox One. So it just made me feel like I was getting ripped off. I'm like, I can't pay full price for this Xbox One when I've already experienced it. And they're trying to get me, I guess they're not trying to get me to, but I'm going to have to buy a whole nother Xbox One, even though I've already experienced the whole experience. And I just want to have another one because all of the shit that I have that goes for my Xbox, all my games, my account, all the stuff that's linked to my account, can't even play it with no Xbox. So I'm waiting for a deal. I'm like, I'll wait for some kind of price drop. I will wait for something. It was Black Friday. Okay? GameStop had Xbox Ones on sale with a controller. One controller for $99. And I was like, man, you can't beat that. I'm not going to be able to go anywhere else and buy an Xbox One that I know is going to be working and tested by GameStop or whoever to at least know that, hey, this thing turns on. I mean, that's important. That's very important, you know? And you go on Facebook or eBay or any of them, they can say they test it, sure. but it's harder to get in touch with them and get refunds from them because you can go right to a GameStop store and say, hey, this thing doesn't fucking turn on. But you can't go right to that eBay seller's house or the Facebook Marketplace guy's house and be like, this doesn't turn on, because they probably aren't going to answer the door, and you don't even know where they live. You can't go back to their store because you didn't meet them at their house, probably. Odds are you didn't meet them at their house. If you did, congratulations, I guess, you know. But I highly doubt it. I wouldn't meet at anybody's house if you're going to buy off like Facebook Marketplace. I would meet in a public area just to be safe. I mean, people get stabbed over PlayStation 4s and shit. I've seen stories about it. GameStop had a sale going on for Xbox Ones for $99, one controller and the console and all the cord hookups. So I was like, I have to do it. You know what I mean? I have to try it. I know it's GameStop, bad rep. They're known for not refurbishing shit, for not fixing shit and selling junk crap that people pawn in there trying to make a quick $10 for a quick fix of some methamphetamine or whatever the hell, or a quick fix of whatever the hell they're looking for that day, okay? A lot of crazy, weird people go in there, okay? And sell all these consoles and stuff that are just trash, roach infested, nasty. You guys have seen the videos. I mean, if you're on YouTube, you've seen a GameStop video, especially if you're a gamer. You've seen one at some point. But I was like, hey, $99, replace my whole Xbox. It's already 3 years old, 3 years into the fucking console cycle. Let's go for it. So I drive. Closest GameStop to me is 30 minutes away. Roughly. I roll up and I buy this Xbox One. I don't do any complaining. I'm not one of those guys that's going to fight with people or I'm not a Karen, you know what I mean? If I go and order food from a restaurant and they mess it up, I'm eating that shit. I'm not going to sit there and complain about tomatoes being on there, or you forgot this, or you didn't do this. I'm just eating the shit. I'll remember it for the next time. Maybe I'll come back, maybe I won't. But I will remember it. But I'm going to eat that shit. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to do all that. So when they hand me this Xbox, they sit it down. Looks like they took sandpaper to the top of it. Okay? It looks rough. And these Xbox Ones are like first generation Xbox Ones. I'm talking about VCRs this thick, okay? First edition, okay? These things look like they would have been run through the fucking washing machine. They look not clean. They look dinged up and rough, like someone took sandpaper and just scraped the shit out of the top. Didn't care. $99? Fuck it. Then they hand me this controller. And I grab this thing and the sticks are all wonky where the sticks aren't even straight anymore. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Matter of fact, this is it right here. They gave me this controller, okay? I've never used this controller on any of these Xboxes. Hooked it up right when I got it home, tried it out, D-pad. Left and right on the D-pad doesn't function. So I never used it. But I just want you to take a look at the condition of this controller. Look at the stick. You know how they got that ridge on them? They got that little lip. The lip's gone from that stick. You can kind of see it right up there, you know. But this one, I mean, that's smooth as a baby's ass. There was nothing on that. This thing, and not to mention, it was just grimy, like someone was eating KFC and wiping their hands on the controller. Just disgusting to look at and let alone touch, okay? Didn't even complain. Took it and went about my day. And in my head, I'm like, hey, if I take a hit, I take a hit. As long as the console works, I can get a new controller. I got controllers from my last Xbox. He didn't dump Mountain Dew on my controllers. He dumped Mountain Dew on my Xbox. So I'm good to go. So I bring that home, and my buddy rolls up. I just get home. He's already sitting in my driveway, and he's like, "You went and bought that shitty ass Xbox from GameStop?" He goes, "Dude, what if that thing only lasts 6 months?" And I'm like, "Joke's on you. I got a fucking 1-year warranty for this thing, motherfucker. I can take it back and replace it. They will replace it for free for a year." I was like, "Hey man, I'm just going for it." He was actually one of the buddies that I played a lot of Battlefield 1 with on my Xbox One. So he was like, "Hey, at least you have an Xbox now." And but me and him both thought this thing ain't gonna last 6 months. Look at it. Now, the thing that really made me think this Xbox wasn't gonna last but 6 months was when you turn this thing on. Not all the time. A lot of times it was quiet. Sounded like a normal Xbox, no problems. But every once in a while, specifically when you put in last generation games, like you pop in Skate 3 for the 360 or Black Ops 1 for the 360, it would get really quiet and then all of a sudden it'd go. Then back to quiet. Like a fucking jet engine taking off. I don't know what the fuck was happening, but something wasn't right about it. This Xbox lasted until last week. It is 2023, September 12th. Almost 4 years. November of 2019, Black Friday. 2020, 2021, 2022, almost 4 years. Not quite 4 years, but almost 4 years. And the reason I wanted to make this video is because GameStop gets a lot of flack. But it's hard to jump in on the bandwagon and bitch about GameStop when I bought an Xbox One for $99 that almost lasted 4 years. 4 years. $99. I'm sure you guys can see it at this point, but this right here, this is the $99 GameStop Xbox One. I'm assuming it just got so hot, because it used to get like red hot. When it would make those noises and shit, it'd roast the whole top, like it'd be like, ooh, man, that's fucking hot. It'd get warm. But I'm going to assume it just fried itself and then dead. Axed after that. But this was $99 and it came with a fucking janky ass controller. You seen it. Shot. I don't know how old that camo controller is. You can probably figure out when that camo controller released. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. But I don't know if you guys can see this, but it looks like they took sandpaper to the whole fucking thing. You see it? See all the scratches on there? And I've seen a lot of other YouTube videos about the $99 Xbox One, and no one's made an update video. I don't know if they're still working, if they took a shit too, but mine just took a shit almost 4 years in. So, you don't always take a loss at GameStop. Now, I know GameStop doesn't stand a chance, and they're probably done. They're probably done for, right? This $99 VCR they gave me is probably the best thing they've ever done. The nicest thing they've ever done. Everything else they do normally sucks ass. I tell you guys, my experiences with GameStop have never really been that bad. I've never had any piss poor experiences other than their dirty ass grimy controller. That was garbage. But for the most part, I had good experiences with GameStop. So to see the fact that they are failing and doing all this shady ass shit, Camelot 331, all that shit that they went through with him, it's justified, and he deserves to say what he's saying and do what he's doing and all that shit. They shouldn't have any problem with him because they are the problem. But GameStop didn't always do people wrong. Maybe I just got lucky. You know, that very well could be. My $99 Xbox One, I'd say I got my money out of it. So, thank you, GameStop. I don't say that very often. You don't hear that very often, but thank you to GameStop. I did eventually replace this maybe 2-3 days ago with an Xbox One S. I was gonna replace it with an Xbox Series console, but no point because I got this Xbox One S. That's why your names suck. Your name picking and your names for your consoles are terrible. They get mixed up all the time. They're just shit. Just shit. But I replaced it with an Xbox One S because I got it for completely free. And I got 2 brand new controllers with it that were barely used. So that's why I did that. Would I like to get a Series S or a PS5? When I can play everything that's basically on the PS5 and Series X on my PC or my Xbox One, I don't know why I would even need to upgrade other than graphics, but I've never been a graphics whore. But my whole point of this video is, just because you hear a bunch of rumors about how bad a place is, doesn't mean your experience with that place is going to be bad. Always try shit out for yourself. Don't always jump on the bandwagon. Form your own opinion and go on about your day. It's easier to take your word than it is someone else's word. And, I mean, your experiences are going to trump someone else's experiences in your own mind and in your own life. Let's get a moment of silence for my $99 Xbox One. It's been a good 4-year run. Salute to you. Thank you, GameStop, for a good 3, maybe even 4 years. It was a fun time. But as always, guys, you take it easy, and I will catch you on the other side. Peace out.